Imagine stepping off the plane in 2025, feeling that first warm tropical breeze, and within minutes, you're smiling. Not because someone told you to, but because something about Malaysia just feels right. The friendly faces, the smell of nasi lemak in the air, the sound of mixed languages blending like music, it feels less like arriving in a foreign country and more like coming home. Welcome to Malaysia, the country that doesn't just host travelers, it hugs them. You see, Malaysia has this rare magic. It's not just about the skyscrapers of Kuala Lumpur or the beaches of Langkawi. It's about the feeling that no matter who you are, you belong here. Whether you're a backpacker from Europe, a family from the Middle East, or a solo traveler from Japan, something about this place makes your heart go, I could live here. Ever wondered why that happens? Let's start with something simple, the people. Malaysians are known for their warmth. But not the kind that's rehearsed or polite. It's genuine. You'll meet someone at a street stall, they'll chat about food, then next thing you know, they're offering to show you their favorite hidden beach. You'll get a bro, sis, or boss in every conversation, and before you realize it, you've made a new friend. Isn't it wild how friendliness can instantly turn a country into a home? And speaking of food, oh, the food. Malaysia doesn't just feed you, it spoils you. Picture this, you're walking through a night market, lights twinkling, smoke rising from sizzling satay, and the air filled with laughter. You take one bite of nasi lemak, and it's like a story of the whole nation in a single mouthful: Malay sambal heat, Chinese fried anchovies, Indian spiced eggs. Every dish is a reminder that Malaysia's strength is in its mix. And here's the twist, food isn't just culture here, it's conversation. People don't ask, how are you? They ask, sudah makan? Have you eaten? That's love, in local form. But what makes Malaysia even more special in 2025 is how it has blended its tradition with the modern world so smoothly. You can sip teh tarik in a wooden cafe in Penang, then 2 hours later, find yourself in a futuristic rooftop bar in Kuala Lumpur. You can pray in a centuries-old mosque in Malacca in the morning, then explore digital art museums by evening. Malaysia doesn't erase its past, it upgrades it. Isn't that something most countries struggle to do? And here's something travelers can't stop talking about: safety and comfort. In 2025, Malaysia continues to rank as one of the most welcoming and safe countries for tourists in Asia. From solo female travelers to senior adventurers, everyone feels secure walking through its cities, towns, and villages. The public transport, cleaner and more connected than ever. And the locals, always ready to help, whether you're lost or just curious. How many places in the world can truly make strangers feel like neighbors? But it's not just about people, it's about the spirit. The moment you land, you sense a balance, a mix of peace and pulse. Cities are alive, but not overwhelming. Nature is lush, but never far. You could be climbing Broga Hill for sunrise, then in the evening, relaxing in a cafe listening to live acoustic music in Kuala Lumpur. Everything moves at your pace, like the country is syncing itself to your heartbeat. That's not travel, that's belonging. Now, here's a surprising twist most travelers discover too late: Malaysia's diversity doesn't divide, it unites. Walk through any street, and you'll hear Malay, English, Mandarin, Tamil, all flowing together. Mosques, temples, and churches share the same skyline. Festivals overlap: one week it's Hari Raya, the next Deepavali, then Christmas. Everyone celebrates together. In 2025, this harmony stands out even more in a world that often feels divided. It's like Malaysia quietly teaches you that difference is beautiful, and home isn't where everyone's the same, it's where everyone fits. Let's take a second. What do you look for when you travel? Comfort, connection, culture, or maybe that feeling of peace? Because Malaysia seems to give all four. You'll see expats who came for a vacation and stayed for a decade. You'll see digital nomads calling Penang their base. You'll see families visiting once, then returning every year because their kids said, "I miss Malaysia." That says a lot, doesn't it? And then there's nature, the hidden heartbeat of Malaysia. Imagine the cool mist of Cameron Highlands, the crystal waters of Perhentian Islands, or the thick jungles of Sabah where orangutans swing free. Even in 2025, when so much of the world is changing fast, Malaysia protects its wild side. You don't just see nature here, you feel it, in the air, in the silence, in the stories locals tell about the land. And let's not forget, Malaysia knows how to surprise you. Just when you think you've seen it all, you stumble on a floating mosque, a hidden waterfall, or a quiet fishing village that feels untouched by time. Every traveler has that one Malaysia moment they'll never forget. Maybe it's a random street performance in Georgetown, or the way strangers shared their umbrella during a downpour. Those tiny moments, that's what makes Malaysia unforgettable. So, here's a question for you: what makes a place feel like home? Is it the comfort, or the people who remind you that you belong somewhere? Because Malaysia, somehow, gives you both. It doesn't try to impress, it just is. And that's what wins you over, slowly, deeply, permanently. As you leave the country, something strange happens. You don't say goodbye. You say, see you again. Because deep down, you know, you will be back. That's what Malaysia does to you. It leaves a piece of itself with you and takes a piece of your heart in return. So if you've ever been here, tell me, what was your Malaysia moment? The one that made you feel like you were home. Share it in the comments, because your story might just remind someone else that home isn't always where you're born. Sometimes, it's where you feel you belong. And if you haven't been to Malaysia yet, maybe it's time to come home.